It is Tuesday night. I am very tired, so I'm about to head to bed. But I just kind of want to do like a little video diary. I need to be very consistent with filming this week just because I have a few different projects I want to get off the ground and some new things I kind of want to try. But I just want to like get on here and just like talk about like I guess where I've been mentally. Right now, I've really been, I don't know, I wouldn't even say sad, I guess more so just lonely, because I've been spending a lot of time alone. But yeah, so I've been just doing like a lot of self-reflection. I mean, it's still late, so I've been watching into that. But I'm just trying to like find the best way to maneuver and manage my emotions, especially with so much going on. I mean, like currently in between jobs, looking for a new job, trying to find new creative ways to make money. It's just a lot, and just trying to stay faithful through all the ups and downs and all of the confusion that I'm going through right now in this chapter of life. But we're staying positive. All things are gonna work out in our favor, and that's what we're gonna trust in. I'm trying to really just stay in my positive and productive habits, like working out and reading and just finding different ways like to create and just making sure I'm staying close to God and not allowing my current circumstance to get me down too much. Of course, I know it's like just a regular, normal part of being human is just going through the ups and downs of life, but there are times when it gets really low and it's like, all right, what's next? But positive thoughts, where like I said, we're carrying ourselves through and hoping for the best on the other side of our current circumstances. One thing I did want to do to kind of like get my mind out of doom and gloom, I got these little cards like 2 years ago. I don't really use them as much, but I'm gonna get into using them more. But they're like conversations with your inner self. And so the black cards are the identifying cards. So you uncover like the hidden parts of your psyche. And the white cards are the integrating cards. So those are the cards that help you accept and grow from your uncovered truths. So this is like a little self-help, self-care kind of game. I wouldn't even say it's a game, it's like kind of like a reflection thing. Just like, yeah, conversation with your inner self, discovering the unseen within, exploring your unconscious, your shadow is your teacher. So yeah, just like navigating things we might see as negative or things that we are not really certain of in it within ourselves, and just kind of bring those things to the forefront, and then also like integrating those things and reflecting on how those things aren't necessarily negative, but things that can help us and move beyond our whatever's going on in life. So we're gonna pull a card. We'll do a identifying card. All right. Parental influence. So what parts of your parents or guardians do you notice reflected in yourself? What traits, both good and bad, are you inheriting from them? I will definitely say like the traits that I'm inheriting from my parents, probably they're gonna hate this if they see this, but being unable to like effectively communicate my emotions, because a lot of times my parents don't necessarily communicate the way they feel in the best way, and I can definitely see how I've inherited some of those traits in the ways that I communicate with other people. Like a lot of times, like especially if I'm feeling emotionally overwhelmed, I just shut down. Like there's not really anything else to talk about. I'm just like, okay, all right. And I might take a mental note, and then I just kind of come to my own conclusions internally. But that is something I am working on, since that's a trait I've noticed within myself probably since like high school. And so now I'm like, I need to like work through that in a healthy way. Um, but also I feel like just being loving and being able to love people through their shortcomings. My parents are very loving people, even with each other, like with me and my siblings. Like, no matter what we do, they love us unconditionally, even though they might not show it in the best ways. But my camera is about to die, so I'm gonna go ahead and wind down, go to sleep, and I will be back tomorrow. But tomorrow's gonna be a good day. It's Wednesday, so hey. So we just finished doing yoga. It is Wednesday morning. Happy hump day. So I'm going to start working on this project in a little bit. I need to do a little more stretching because my lower back is a little tight. And then I don't really have anything like super complex to do this morning, but before just getting into that, some work I need to get done and some editing and brainstorming this project and trying to get it right. Um, but yeah, so the morning is off to a good start. We're not mad at that. Got a little yoga in, my little morning movement. Let me stop my Apple Watch. But yes. And then I'm trying to think, I thought there's something else I need to do. Survivor 50 comes on tonight. We're on like episode, I think 4. So I've really been enjoying that. I wish it came on more nights out of the week because right now, at this point in the year, I don't really have anything that I'm watching reality TV wise. And so it's only like Survivor and Summer House. So there's not a problem with that, but maybe that's God telling me I need to take a break from watching TV as much. So we're gonna lean into that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go in. I'm not eating yet because I'm intermittent fasting, so I'm not gonna eat until 12. I've been doing that for like the past 2 weeks. It has been going well. Like I'm not as hungry this week, which is I think a good thing. And so we're just gonna keep it going. But yes, I am going to go ahead and get my productive morning started. So I'm gonna do that. All right, so I have finally finished. Well, I haven't finished my project yet, but I've gotten to a stopping point, so that is great. I'm gonna start working on this other project. I'm trying to like make sure I'm being effective with my time blocking so that I can actually get more things done throughout the day. So now we're about to move on to another video that I'm working on, and this one's gonna be a little more difficult, but just because it has a lot more research that goes into it, but I am excited to see how it all comes together. I've actually been working on this one since last month, but I'm trying to like just get in the right place to make myself feel more comfortable. But so that's where we are for the day. As you can see, I'm definitely in a better headspace than I was yesterday, so that is great and lovely. Right now, I've just decided, like, you know, with all the stress, I kind of go through like these patterns of like, I get really stressed and overwhelmed. I'm like, everything is fine. It's in God's hands. Just trust the process. So I'm coming back down from the stress and I'm just keeping myself grounded and remembering who God is and that things are going to work out regardless. We just got to trust the process, even when things seem very uncertain. And they've been seeming uncertain for a long time, but we're still here, so maybe that's a sign from God. Hey. But I just have to remind myself also that this is all just pressure and formation for who I'm meant to be. And this is all temporary. Everything's gonna be better on the other side of it, but it's just kind of like going through the motions and realizing that it is very difficult because I always feel like I need to like figure everything out and fix whatever issues there are immediately, but that's not realistic. And I mean, I'm just one person. All I can do is what I can do. Everything else after that, hey, it's in God's hands. So we're just trusting in the process. Everything's gonna work out and just staying positive. And also, I mean, I do definitely feel like tapping into my creativity and like leaning more into creation has been helping me more with like just getting out of that negative mind frame and the mental space of feeling stuck. Because even when you feel stuck, you have to use what you got and keep it pushing. So that's what we're doing. And yeah, now I'm about to take a little like 30-minute break and then I'm gonna get back into working. So that is it for now. I just want to give like a little update on my day. It has been a very productive day so far. It is now like 2:30. So yeah. Alright, so it is now 6:22. I've pretty much gotten everything done that I need to get done today. So it's been a pretty productive day overall. Um, right now I'm just kind of chilling out for the evening. Survivor doesn't come on until 8. So I have like a little church call at 7. So I'm gonna chill until then. So I have like 30 minutes to kind of just chill out. Um, I think I'm gonna wait to eat until, well, actually, I might go ahead and warm up my dinner because it's getting late. And so I've been trying to eat dinner earlier because I know that they say it's better for your body to like not be digesting food, so your body has more time to actually rest when you're sleeping. So I'm gonna try and eat dinner soon. I make some black bean soup on Sunday, so that's been kind of like my meal for dinners this week. 20 grams of protein, so love that. But I don't really have anything else like really going on. Just like a little audit of how I'm feeling right now. The day has been cool. Again, I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. But yeah, the day has been pretty cool. I'm feeling a lot. The day has been pretty cool. I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. Like yesterday, I was just really down and out of it. I was just feeling very sad and uncertain and just like, all right, well, I guess I meant to suffer. But today we're in a better headspace, so that is lovely. I definitely, again, I think I said this earlier, but just like getting into like a creative space definitely helps me a lot when I'm in those kinds of moods, because it's like, then I'm like, all right, I remember who I am and what I can do and accomplish. And so I just need to tap into that and use that to kind of like drive me forward. But also, I had to remind myself too. I said I want March to be a month of ease, and part of that is just kind of going through the motions of however you're feeling in the moment and allowing yourself to feel those things. Because I know for myself, I'm very avoidant when it comes to my emotions, and I try to be dismissive of them a lot of times instead of like really leaning into them. I try to just like cut them off. I'm like, well, that doesn't matter. Distract yourself with something. But since it's Lent and I'm not on social media, and like I said, there's not a lot of shows that I'm currently watching, and I've mostly just been like reading and trying to reset my dopamine levels because that is a problem. And just like seeing like the impact, like it has caused me to be like a lot more reflective this month, which I think is a good thing because it shows that I actually am slowing down and being more mindful of how I'm feeling and being more present. So shout out to Lynch, shout out to my dopamine reset, shout out to being more present, because even though it does make me feel sad sometimes when I'm very present, I'm like thinking about all the things that are currently happening in my life, but also allows me to be a lot more grateful for all the blessings I have in my life. Like, I'm alive, I'm healthy, my family's alive and they're healthy. We're all working through this thing called life together, and God still got it. So, with that in mind, I just have to stay positive and not allow myself to fall into like the negative thought spirals, which is very easy. But with me being more present in my emotions, I can remind myself that I'm not my emotion and that those are just passing thoughts. And when those thoughts pass, just like simply acknowledge them. And if it's something deeper, then I'll reevaluate and look into it. Might do like a little journal prompt later. But for the most part, a lot of times they're just like passing, fleeting negative thoughts that are just causing me to spiral. And those thoughts, I just need to let go and let them pass. They're just dark clouds that are passing through the sky. What's important, revisit it and see if there's any more work that you need to do on yourself. But basically just take the meat and leave the bones. That's something I'm learning to do. And it's been very helpful. But yeah, now I'm just gonna chill out. I think I'm about to go ahead and I'm kind of hungry. I don't know. We're gonna see. I might wait to eat dinner until I'm getting ready to watch Survivor, because I do like to eat while I'm watching TV because it makes me feel like more of an event. So yeah, we shall see. Um, but yeah, that's it for me for right now. So until next time, I'll talk to you. Talk to self. All right.
We can hear him. I guess just leave it and we'll just listen. Okay, session one. Talk about the change. When a person surrenders to the King's way, they become a change agent. And you, sir, you, ma'am, are a change agent. See, there seem to be two priorities.
Alright, so I am heading to bed. I'm about to do a little reading first. I'm currently reading Vagabond. Vagabond. I don't know what the correct way to pronounce it is. I guess it's up to you. But I just borrowed volume 1 from my brother. So I'm reading through that right now. I'm like 16 chapters in. It's really good. I'm obsessed with like the warring times of old Japan and seeing like the main character become a swordsman. That, and then I'm probably gonna go ahead and KO for the night. It's almost 12, so I should have already been in bed because I'm planning on going to the gym in the morning. So yeah, sweet dreams to me and the rest of the world. Yeah, I should have been in bed. I watched Survivor. It was really good. I went to church. It was also really good. It's been a great evening. So, yeah, now I'm gonna end it off on an even better note. Alright, so right now I'm listening to the voice of knowledge. Hopefully the mic comes in here, that'll be a little awkward. And it's talking about how like our natural state of being, like until we silence the voice in our head that's telling us all the lies that we kind of just like absorb from society, like that we're not good enough or that we're falling behind, things like that. Once we silence that voice, we realize that like in our most basic state that we're perfect, and we start hearing like the voice of the spirit, and like it really does like allow us to just see things through like the lens of love and reflecting that love back to ourselves. So I just thought that was, I just really enjoyed reading that this morning, so I just kind of wanted to share that little nugget. But yeah, remember to love yourselves, and you're perfect just the way you are. That's how you were created. And a lot of times that voice is silent because it's just so cluttered. Like our mind's so cluttered with like all the negative thoughts. But silence those thoughts because you're not your thoughts. Even if those thoughts like spring up, you have to remind yourself that they are lies. You have to question everything that like comes into your mind and counter it with a positive thought that like you're perfect just the way you are, and you're doing your best. And like as long as you're always doing your best, that's kind of like always like one of the main goals. I know it's one of the 4 agreements. Always do your best. And I feel like that paired with the other 3 agreements definitely does like fully transform your life, you know, not taking anything personal, not making assumptions, and being impeccable with your word. And just like applying those things in like your different areas of your life in order to like really combat all the negativity in the world, because it then also makes you like immune to the negativity that other people will spew out to you like directly. And with you being impeccable with your word, then you're like always ensuring that you're spewing out that love and positivity out no matter what else like other people are putting onto you. But yeah. All right, good morning, good morning. So it's finally Friday. Love that. I didn't really get to film too much of my evening last night. I was honestly just really tired. I ended up going to bed around like 9 or 10, which is crazy because lately I've been not going to bed until like 11 or 12 and sometimes 1. So I'm glad I was able to go to bed a little earlier. It was nice seeing my little sleep rate be like, hey, you went to bed like 2 hours earlier than normal. So I guess that's a good thing. We'll take it. But I think that also just shows like how tired I was yesterday. Um, I didn't really do anything like super crazy, but I did get like a lot of creative stuff done. Like I said, I was working on this video
that I want to like get together and like for it to be up to my personal standards without putting too much pressure on myself, which kind of sounds backwards, but whatever. So yes, that is well not up, but it's in progress. Um, and then I kind of need to shave. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep shaving or if I want to grow my beard back out. I think I'm gonna shave, just because I haven't been shaving in a long time. Like usually I like the beard. It just makes my face feel warmer. I felt like it adds another definition to my personality or the energy I give off. So, but I'm kind of liking the the low shave. So I think I'm gonna stick with it. But yeah, so I'm about to get up and go to the gym in a little bit. I just need to find the motivation and get up because I am very comfortable and my heater's on, so that's also making it a little difficult. I was gonna pull a card. I'll probably pull when I get back from the gym. But yeah, it's been a pretty cool little day. Um, Later on today, I'm also gonna like film a video to kind of post. I don't know if I'm posting today or tomorrow, but on forgiveness and just like the importance of forgiveness. Because yesterday when I was reading The Voice of Knowledge, it really did like allow something to click in my mind. Like, because there was like a little part at the end of the book, and it was talking about forgiveness and how like forgiving yourself allows you to like return to like your base state of being, which is perfection, because that's just the way we were naturally created. And once you get to that natural understanding of that you're always perfect in your natural state of being without you having to do anything extra or without you having to take on all these roles or these different traits in order to be perfect, and you realize you're already in that state. And so in order to like extend that forgiveness to other people, you first have to forgive yourself and first have to like instill that self love within yourself. And then when you're able to extend that love to other people, you're able to easily forgive them. So any like wrongdoings that people do, you understand that they're just doing it from their base state of being. And it's not something they're doing intentional. It's not something that they're like trying to harm you. You just don't take it personal. Allow them to be them. And then once you forgive them, like it really does like allow, I feel like relationships or even people to kind of like return to their base state. And I don't know, even for myself, like forgiveness is something I kind of struggle with. Like I don't, not to say I don't like to forgive people, but it's something it takes me a while to like actually get around to. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm not bothered. I forgive them, and then like every time I see them, I'm like, all right, there they go. But I'm learning to be more positive, so or like to like reframe a lot of my natural thought patterns and instead of holding under that animosity. It's cool. I love everybody. Like I'm also like thinking, since I recently got baptized, what would Jesus do? So, and in me trying to be more like Jesus, I have to extend forgiveness and love to people, even when I feel like I don't want to or they don't deserve it. I know it's gonna be like a constant practice until it becomes natural, but people get on my nerves, and it's kind of hard working past like the human desire to put up boundaries and walls when people do things. But forgiveness is really the key to like learning and extending self love to yourself and then also extending love to other people. When you really truly allow yourself to forgive people, it allows things to like return to their base state of being, and allows things like you allows you to see things through like a lens of love and allow you to see everything with love and compassion and just not a place of harshness and rigidity and walls and boundaries. Boundaries are good, but walls, they're gonna block out any sense of love you can get. So we have to all learn how to work through that. But yes, I'm gonna go and get ready for the gym, and then I'm about to head out. Alright, so that ends this Diary Room Chronicles. I kind of want to do something a little different as it like takes form. I want it to be like really conversational, like you're just kind of going with me throughout my days and whatever I'm doing. I didn't really have too much going on for this past week. It was more so just like productive stuff, staying inside, trying to stay grounded. So I hope that was enjoyable. If not, hey, it is what it is. But I enjoyed putting it together, so I'm looking forward to putting together like more things like this that are like more like an inside look kind of just to like my daily life and like whatever I have going on at that time. So yeah, that's gonna be kind of like right now that's where I'm at with the Diary Room Chronicles. This is gonna continue to take form and shape as it evolves, but right now that's where we're at. But thanks for sticking with me. Until next time.